What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sean and Lacey live right here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Today is Wednesday. Yes, Sean and Lacey live. Pause.
Stop.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, everybody.
You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. How are we doing on subscribers?
We're doing good on subscribers. We have I can't see.
Two.
Over 2,000. 2,300 it looks
Hey, man,
like.
if you're
Hey,
joining
I
us
love
for the
that.
first time, hit that subscribe button down here on your YouTube viewer thingamabobber. Hit the like button. How many likes do we have?
Ooh, right now we have 3 likes.
3 likes.
Thank you,
3
everybody.
people. Thank you to all 3
Don't
of you.
forget to turn on your
Three's company,
notification.
three's a crowd. Love it. Make
Love
sure you
Three's
turn on your
Company.
notifications. Hit that ding dong bell right there. And we will make sure that you get notified every time Sean and Lacey go live or drop new content here on YouTube. Tonight we're talking about AHSTIPTO.
I love Jake Hansen in the chat says, always have something to invite people to, like going to Mexico.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. It was so good seeing you in Mexico, by the way. And I see Brooke Lyons. Oh, Dan Lyons. Oh, look at Dan's on. And he says he better not win tonight because he's at a fundraiser.
Why?
I think that's the best time
It's
to
the best
win.
time to win.
You're probably giving away money.
Well, we're giving away money.
Yeah, we're giving away money. It all works.
Yeah, you could just go up there and whatever the fundraiser is, you could say, I'm going to throw on an additional $400.
Because the pot's at $400.
We're giving away $400.
Tonight.
That means we're drawing 4 names. You must be present in the chat to win. So make sure that you test your chat out. Test the chat. Make sure you're like, I'm here. Test it out now. Make sure it works. We can't go to instant replay. No VAR. You must be present to win.
Absolutely. I see Rhonda in the chat says Dexter is loving this toy. For all you dog people out here, this is a little tiny bone that he can chew on that he will have probably for years because he's so small. Most dogs, they chew through something like this in a day.
Yeah, not Dexter.
Not Dexter. He's good with his toys. He knows what's up. He keeps them nice.
Well, let's talk about always have something to invite people to.
I think we should talk about that. You know what? Doesn't always have something to invite people to offer?
No.
This.
Yeah.
Ah.
This doesn't always have something to invite people to offer every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here live on YouTube. A lot of people are like, hey, but I'm virtual. How do I do an AHSTIPTO if I'm virtual? Well, we're doing one right here. We've got 13 lucky people on with us, me and Lacey, and 13 of us.
We're already at 40.
Hanging out, giving away money, having fun, looking at Dexter. Always have something to invite people to offer right here on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
All right. Well, do we want to do our announcements?
No.
Okay. We want to talk about the AHSTIPTO.
Yep. Because people trying to I get it, like the wave of people. So they're like, I'm only going to come in the end.
No, people don't do that because all the good materials in the middle.
I'm going to start that show
like all
with
the fixins
drawing.
in the sandwich. That's
maybe
the
we
good
won't.
stuff.
It'll count down, and then it'll just be the digital canasta, and it'll go bing, 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 and that way we'll get pushed on.
Everybody's saying there's lots of buttons being pushed tonight. They want to know who's on.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Tell them about the AHSTIPTO.
All right. So AHSTIPTO is always have something to invite people to offer, and it has 4 parts that are vitally important. Do you know what those 4 parts are?
I do, but why don't we first say why you'd have it?
Oh, because I just taught that in my systems course.
Oh, that's sweet. Hey, who doesn't have? We don't have an announcement for the systems course. We should.
Oh, we should.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But Lacey has a brand new systems course that you can get. It drops a brand new system every week. What am I talking about? You tell them about it.
We are already on system number, I think, 9 this week. And so I actually will be dropping a total of 24 systems that you need to have for any business that you create. So it doesn't matter if you're in healthcare. It doesn't matter if you're a digital online business. It doesn't matter if you're a coach. Whatever it is that you are doing, these are core fundamentals that are necessary for you to build a solid infrastructure on. The number one issue that most people have is they feel like they are handcuffed to their business because their business can't run when they're not in it. And that usually is a symptom of not having good systems. And so that's why I created the course, and it's a really, really affordable price so that you can go through it at your own pace and have it forever, but also be able to share it with others. I think it's really vitally important. But
So how
you
can
gotta
they
do
get
it.
it since we don't have a link?
I don't. What's the
Reach out
link? Can
to
somebody, Natalie? Can you drop the link in the chat for the systems course?
y'all should buy
It's
the
by
systems
far,
course.
yeah.
It's
It's like
amazing.
what do we do? $349 a month.
I don't know, it was something super
Super
cheap,
cheap.
and you get all these systems, and they're laid out and they're taught to you, trained for you by Lacey, who does all of our systems here in our businesses.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All
So
right.
yes, Shipto.
Yeah. Why should we have it? You just talked about it. You said.
I know, that's why I'm like
Say it again.
I'm a little scraggly because I recorded my systems module and my Book Yourself Solid module. So
I'm
you gotta.
scraggly because I just had sushi for dinner.
Oh my
Sushi
goodness, what a
one.
life. The reason that you have to have an AHSTIPTO, the AHSTIPTO is literally one of the easiest and most widely accepted and fun ways to have an initial stepping stone to bring people into your community. I was talking about the marketing matrix. That was my systems course training this week, was all about the components of our marketing matrix and how to schedule it in your calendar. And I think that the build a community and isolate them, which is the first part of the marketing matrix, can oftentimes be done really, really well through an AHSTIPTO. It's so easy to build community through an AHSTIPTO.
Well, I think that for me, one of the key components of the always have something to invite people to offer, first of all, is just in the title itself, is that you always have something in your pocket. You always have something in your back pocket. So many people are like, oh, I hate going to networking because I don't know what to say. And so you end up going to networking and trying to sell somebody on the one thing, right? And you know, that's so irritating. Nobody likes that. You don't like to be sold on their one thing. And so you just jump straight to the thing that you do, and you don't have anything to invite them to. So, like, if you actually had this, it's very easy. Like, hey, you should check out my Books and Bubbly. You should check out my community and cocktail event. You should check out my golf simulator event. Whatever the thing is that you are consistently doing, you always have it in your back pocket available. The other thing is that this is the bridge between marketing and sales. There's so much talk right now. I mean, and you know, I'm sad that some of those groups have kind of like lost their mojo to keep that discussion relevant. The contrast between marketing and sales. So we always say that marketing does not get you new clients.
It creates
Marketing creates
awareness.
Sales, that's what gets you new clients. Now, if you only have sales and no marketing, you could be a baller closer, but you have no one to close. And if you're really great at marketing, but you're not good at sales, then you just have a ton of leads. And then you probably will say things like, oh, these leads are no good. Right.
Right.
And so you have to have them both. And the bridge, in a lot of ways, is the always have something to invite people to, because you have to have awareness for somebody to physically show up. Even for this, like, I could bet that there are no strangers. If you are a complete stranger to Sean and Lacey, put it in the chat. I'll give you $100. Like, if you're like, I've never even heard of you, your handle is X214836.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's not true. That doesn't happen. You are here because we have created some degree of relationship. Now, some of you are already clients and you work with us at our highest level. Others of you are just dipping your toe in the water and everything in between. Maybe you're not, a lot of you are not yet clients, and that's fair, but you do know us. That's what they'll always have something to is. It's the holding tank where you're putting your prospects while you are gaining more and more rapport, more and more trust and credibility, building up the relationship so that eventually you can make a sales offer.
Well, this is really interesting because since I just taught on the marketing matrix, again, it's build a community and isolate them, give them sales opportunities, have sales events, and then referral opportunities, have referral events. But what's really interesting about the AHSTIPTO is it's actually a combination of all three, because it is and always have something to invite people to, and it is the bridge between marketing sales. But oftentimes what happens at that event is people sell on your behalf.
Right.
So it really is a sales opportunity that you don't have to sell at. That's what I love about it. And it's a referral opportunity because people bring their friends.
Right.
Technically, that's a referral.
Well, it's an opportunity to continue to build a community of people who buy from you and sell for you. I mean, that's what we have right here. Now that we're up to 17 viewers,
Yay!
17 people who buy from us and sell for us. I mean,
Right.
and that's what you want to do is you want to build a raving community of people that buy from you and sell for you. It's time for you to just stop just consuming our content. Dive in, become a part of the real community the group of people who are buying from us, that should be you, but then also the group of people that are selling for us, the people that have your systems course, the people that are in our mastermind products, the people that are doing one-on-one coaching. Every time, last night I did a masterclass. When I speak on it, people begin to show up and say,
Yep.
oh, it was so great, I'm so happy, I would do it again. That's the community selling for you, and that's what you want to eventually create. You
Oh,
can't
thanks,
be just
Sudan.
in the business of going out there and just one-on-one strong arming people into your, like, it's just hard. It's an uphill battle to do it
Yeah.
that way. So they always have something to invite people to offer is critical. Now, before we go into the components, now let's do some announcements.
Announcements. Hello. Oh, you already showed
Oh,
yourself.
we
Nobody
were
even got
gonna
to
we didn't
guess.
nobody
Who was
got to
pressing buttons like
guess.
crazy?
I didn't know
Tyrese
what you guys were
Halliburton.
even. You guys threw me all off. I didn't know what you were doing tonight, so I didn't know if I feel like I needed to preface the announcements.
Okay.
Oh,
All
all
right. Well,
right.
guess who's
What shirt are you
producing?
wearing? What shirt are you wearing?
Sirs?
I know, but Tyrese Halliburton?
No, it's Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin, Iron Man for the Sirs.
Caitlin Clark jersey.
Oh yeah, do you have a
Ah,
Caitlin Clark jersey
I
yet?
would love one. No, I'd get one in a
ah,
heartbeat.
there you
But
Yeah,
go.
what's up? That's not a true indie fan. You don't have a Fever jersey, Caitlin Clark. Then you're not a real Hoosier.
no
That's just how
one,
it is.
no one in the city had any Fever merch until about 3 weeks ago.
You're not a real Napster.
Well,
Is that what
I
they?
am a
Is that
real
what
one
they?
because I'm like everyone who didn't have one until 3 weeks ago.
There you
Is that
go.
what do they call the people from Indianapolis? Napsters.
Sure.
Napsters. There we go.
That's weird.
Caitlin
Oh,
Clarkers.
Caitlin
yeah,
Clarkers.
Clarkers.
All right, what
All
do we
right.
got?
Luke's on the microphone tonight producing. Everybody say hello to Luke in the chat.
Oh, and our crew 52 member of the week.
Dr. Joshua Welsh. Hey man, Safe
Yeah.
Haven Chiropractic. You know what we're doing here. Every week we select a member of Crew 52. We shout them out, and then all of the other 52, other 51 members shout them out. We're looking to just amplify our voice, spread this all around. And this week we're talking about Joshua Welsh. He runs Safe Haven Chiropractic out in Lake Tahoe. So if you know people in Lake Tahoe and you're like, I wish I had somebody that could take care of my peeps. Now, listen, everybody in Crew 52 is
Also,
not a chiropractor, but there's been a couple chiropractors in a row. But if you're looking for a chiropractor in Lake Tahoe, Josh Welsh, that's your guy.
and I love it because a lot of people visit Tahoe.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And so if you go and visit Tahoe, Josh is there. He'll take care of you when you come to town. I think that would be a really great way. And a lot of people know people that go to Tahoe. I love Crew 52. I mean, it really is been phenomenal to see what everybody is doing and how much play everybody is getting. They are supportive. Everybody's sharing each other's stuff, and it's happening in the way that we envisioned it. And thanks to Natalie again for spearheading
leaving each
that.
other reviews,
Oh, it's been
pumping
great.
each other up. I mean, and
Yeah.
that was the whole concept, right? Imagine that we just elevated other people, what that would mean. You can do the same thing if you missed out on getting in Crew 52.
Do a
this-
crew
do it in
52 for
in your
you.
community.
Yeah, in your
do
community.
it in maybe a Crew 19. It doesn't even have to
Yeah.
be 52.
Yeah. I love it.
We launched, I want to
Crew
let it,
12.
you can't,
Doesn't
it would
rhyme.
make no sense for you to swipe and deploy. We are a very swipe and deploy community, but it would make no sense for you to swipe and deploy. But we just launched the list together with Gonzalo and Rodrigo
We
and
did.
Mike Merck. So I
You
don't
guys
know.
can check it out.
I don't know how
The
good
listnaples.com.
Yeah, but don't sign up for it because
Don't sign up for it.
you have to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
in
yeah.
Naples to win,
To win.
and we might pick you, and then that would suck. So,
But just you can see what we did.
and I don't know how much. Yeah, I mean, I think that we had ideas, and then Gonzalo, Rodrigo, and Mike put in a lot of work to get this across the finish line. Super pumped up. We're going to start to dominate Naples with Well Infused. And again, it's not that we just sit here and we preach out concepts at you and we don't do them. These are things that we ourselves do.
And it's funny, Rhonda messaged me today and said, "Who is your gang of five?" Nobody ever asks us that. And because again, I think that a lot of times they're used to people teaching stuff from the stage and maybe not actually actively doing that.
All right,
And I was like,
I
oh,
was gonna bring little tchotchkes on.
what's a
But
tchotchke?
I was gonna bring like like when they have like the Pat McAfee show and they got all those little toys and stuff
Oh,
out there.
yeah,
I was gonna get my master's gear.
Oh,
Speaking of Gang of Five,
you have a little tchotchke over there. That's why
that's a
looking
Skip Weiss tchotchke.
That's a
Yes,
tchotchke.
the Apollo Creed
Yeah.
doll. I love that. Yeah, I don't have enough
Yeah.
tchotchkes
Well,
though.
Rhonda was saying people ask us who ours are, but now you
Super
can
easy.
see. Go ahead.
Well, we have various people because we have various
Various
businesses.
businesses.
But yes, in Naples, we're that's a newer business. It's only 3 months old, so we're
Yeah.
still continuing
It's
to
3 months
build
old,
that.
and we've already put up the list naples.com. So we move on this stuff.
But like in our regular businesses, all you have to do is watch our events.
Yeah.
We feature a lot of our gang of
She guessed
fives.
them. She knew.
Speaking of that, though, let's see what the next announcement is. It might be an opportunity. No, it's not. But what's the next announcement? Partly is. Oh no, not at all. Growth, mastering growth versus scale. I'm doing another amazing masterclass next week. Go to blackdiamondclub.com/masterclass. Do it now. blackdiamondclub.com/masterclass. I'm going to be talking about the difference between growth and scale and helping you to unlock next level success, transitioning from growth to scale. If that's you, listen, if you're just trying to get your business going, no need to sign up. But if you're like, hey, I feel like I'm going, but maybe I'm at a plateau. Maybe all those little shiny objects are beginning to start to call, and you're looking at those candies in the window about having 9 multi-million-dollar businesses. Well, let's just worry about your first $1 million business and that transition from growth into scale. So many people get it wrong and they get it wrong the first time. You learn lessons of hard knocks. We want to help you to learn from our dummy tax. And we're still continuing to learn because we then start another business in growth and we grow it, and then we have to transition it into scale. Currently doing that with Well Infused. Transition from growth to scale. Growth, my friends, is easy. And I always say, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody in growth, but in the Book Yourself Solid world, literally, I could teach you that with my eyes closed. Easy. Scale, that requires, I got to work my brain cells. Scale is difficult. It's difficult in every industry. And there's a lot of things.
Scale requires a lot of systemization, a lot of leadership, a lot of mindset, a lot of different, it requires you to be somebody else to be able to execute differently.
Yeah. And I just want to be super clear. It's not like we're going to jump on a master class. I don't really think we can really teach a lot of real effective scale strategies virtually. Just on like a do-it-yourself course, although there's plenty of them out there. Good luck with those. But we're going to get you started. We're going to begin to raise awareness on the difference between growth and scale. And we're going to begin to raise awareness on the shifts that you would need to be prepping for if you're trying to move into scale. All of this next week on an amazing masterclass. We'll be coming to you next week. We're going to be on the road. The masterclass will be done on the road. Sean and Lacey live will be done on the road.
Systems course will be done on the road.
I think everything but This May Hurt a Little, that won't be still here. But everything else that we do is going to be live from the road. You'll have to see where we are. It's going to be amazing. It will not be Mexico City.
No. So what else do we have?
VIP podcast experience, folks. Hey, we have an amazing lineup rolling into SoFi. We would love for you to be a part of it. You could be on the None of Your Business podcast and hang out with cool people like Alex Paykoff, Alonzo Williams, Vina Jetty. A lot of people love Vina from the Aspire talks. You've seen her all around. Stefan Lovegrove, of course, Hunter Cloudis, and of course, Clinton Sparks. This is a very big. Listen,
I love Clinton Sparks. You know what? I just vibe
just
with
if you're a music person, just that on that Friday, May 10th alone, how many Grammys are? I wouldn't even know. So I'm gonna have to Wikipedia this. There's a lot of Grammys and a lot of platinum records showing up. They're not gonna bring them, but there's a lot of people that are responsible. Between Alonzo Williams, producer for amazing rap artists, and Clinton Sparks, also producer for amazing rap artists. I think Clinton just actually might have picked up a Grammy recently for the rebirth of this Lady Gaga song, right? That he had produced. So yeah, all of those great people are going to be hanging out with us all day at SoFi. We'll be able to sneak you in for a None of Your Business interview. Like Lacey said, there are very few spots. Here's the thing. Why do we do this? I get this a lot too. I got some ding dong like, why do you guys charge people for this? Why do you charge people to have? Because listen, first of all, just that alone, you have to understand that we're going to slide your podcast. Today, we released a podcast on None of Your Business with Danny Fleischman.
Yep.
So we're going to slide your podcast in the midst of all of those amazing people. So it's like bang, bang. So when we
It's a
even just talk
credibility
about,
builder.
standard credibility builder, when we are going to position you, so they're like, oh my gosh, Alonzo Williams, wow, Vina, wow, that person, wow, Clinton Sparks, that person, you, right?
It's credibility by association.
And some of my
And
clients
showcase your message.
some of my clients are really beginning to get this. You have post-production, so you have all of the content that you get there at SoFi, plus you're with those people, right?
Mhm.
It's not like they're prima donnas. So you get that, you get the post-production, and in addition, if you're really good, which my clients are because I coach them on it, you get relationships. So you can have those relationships beyond just like, hey, nice to meet you. You get skilled, and if you're not skilled, you get practice at getting good at that.
Yeah, I love it.
What's
What else do we
next?
got?
There we
Abundance
go.
and overflow.
Well, speaking of Alex Pakoff, we've added Alex Pakoff, whose family owns Niagara Bottling Company, to the Abundance and Overflow lineup. We've also added Mark Murphy, who just sent me an amazing care package from the Masters, full of Masters tchotchkes.
Love
We have
Mark.
Tyler McBroom. We also have Claudio Gambin. That is a sick lineup. Listen,
And
if you
Sean and Lacey.
have any questions at all, if you are like, I got to get my mindset right, one, esoteric mindset around money. Things are tough right now. You've got to get your mindset right. You need to show up at Abundance and Overflow. You need have questions about taxes. Well, Tyler McBroom speaks on Tony Robbins' stage about taxes every year. You have questions about what to do with your money. Well, then we have Claudio Gambin and Mark Murphy. Both of those absolutely renowned. I mean, not like
And if you're
BNI
like,
level
I don't
financial
have enough
advisors.
money yet to know what to do with it. You know what the best possible thing you could do
Plan.
is come learn about it.
Well, I would
now.
make a plan.
Oh, I wish I would have done that.
Yes,
I wish I would have done
plan.
that.
And
Yeah.
then Alex Pakoff is going to be talking about asset protection. When you're worth billions with a B, you know a thing or two about asset protection. And likewise, if you're like, well, I don't have any assets to protect, right? That's great because you
If you
can
desire
set the
assets to
infrastructure,
protect,
but you can
yes.
set the infrastructure before you have the assets rather than get the assets and then have them exposed and at risk and then potentially lose them because you're like, I never went to Abundance and Overflow. I had no idea that any of these vehicles existed. What in the world can you be waiting for? If you are not open to Abundance and Overflow, do not sign up. Do not sign up. If you are open to Abundance and Overflow, why are you not signed up?
That's right.
How can you say I am open to Abundance and Overflow, but I can't go to Abundance and Overflow because I don't have the money? We can figure it out. I one time did not have the
Everything
money.
is figure outable.
Everything is figure outable. Abundance and Overflow is going to be off the Richter scales. And again, it's one of those things. Here's what I've learned. For me personally, of our events, that's the hardest one for you to get secondhand. Right. And I will in fact say this. Don't listen to somebody who went and heard Claudio Gambin drop some interesting thing on how to set up a trust, and then they're trying to explain it to you. Do not do that, because now you have an amateur who's telling you what they think they heard the experts say relative to your finances. That is a disaster. Don't come back and be like, Tyler McBroom said that you can drive a 2-ton truck and ride it off on your business because farm equipment. Don't do that. You need to be in the room. Yeah. You need to hear from the experts. You need to be able to walk up. That's another thing that's nice about our events. If you got a question, then go up and ask Tyler. Yeah. Like, walk up to him. Again, we like to surround ourselves not with prima donnas, but with people that are accessible. And so, yes, Abundance and Overflow. You'll get to meet some of our gang of 5 there as well.
What else do we have? Is that it?
I think that might be it.
I think that's it.
Who's registered for the masterclass on growth versus scale? Let us see you light up the chat. I want to know if you're registered.
I think that link just went out. So yeah,
just started.
I just saw
a couple people jumped in on that, but let's get that rolling. Who's coming to Abundance and Overflow in Nashville? Who's open to a more abundance and even overflow in your life? Who's ready to get your financial game straight and stop guessing and stop listening to your friend at the bar at the seminar who's half drunk telling you tax advice? We're going to bring the absolute experts to you.
Tell your friends you care about too, that you want them to.
One thing we didn't have, why don't we have I asked for this last week. I'm going to have to get on my team. We have a VIP dinner coming up on May 13th in New York City. Absolutely amazing. We've got Cloud Silver. A lot of people know Claude from Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yep.
We've got who else do we have? We have Clinton Sparks dropping in. Oh, he's flying all the way from LA to New York.
Yeah.
And
Great.
one more person. I can't. And a Wall Street guy. Names just totally escaped me. I'll remember it here. Just put it. Someone from the team put the three guests. You need to look at that. They're going to be our sort of celebrity invitees. We'll have more leading up to it. But if you would like to be a part of that, reach out to Natalie. Natalie, Nathale at blackdiamondclub.com. It's also going to be hosted by David Meltzer. So I guess he's a celebrity guest. Also going to have Mark Murphy, who is going to be speaking at Abundance and Overflow, and the famous Lou Grassi, CPA.
Lou Grassi.
Between Mark and Lou, these guys pretty much run New York City,
love
don't
it,
they? I mean,
yeah.
when we talk to them, Lou Grassi and
Lou Grassi doesn't sound gangsta to you. You got to say it in a better
yeah,
accent.
Lou Grassi. Yeah, talk to Lou Grassi.
Lou.
Hey, also shout out if you guys will light it up to our friend. Shout out and good luck to Michael Chandler. Happy birthday. Today is Michael's birthday. Special Sean and Lacey live shout out to Michael. Tickets went on sale today for UFC 303. I hope you got them, because if you didn't, probably not getting them. That's going to be a mega event. And so happy birthday, Michael. No chance he's watching, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday. What do we got else?
4 components to your always have something to invite people to offer. Number 1 is that it must be frequent. Some people are like, and when we get questions on this, frequent means it's at least, we recommend at least monthly.
Yeah.
At least monthly. If it's like every third month, like you can't ever get a rhythm. Nobody even knows, like, what are we doing it? Are we not doing it? So it's got to be at least monthly. That makes it frequent. Number 2 is it must be regular. So it's not like we just, once a month we book this helter skelter. No, it's like, it's very easy to remember. It's on the first Monday of the month, or it's on the 5th of every month, or it's on the 3rd Thursday of every month. I know when it is.
And inherently embedded in that has to be, you have to show up consistently. And I said that earlier, because I think that's really important. You may love the idea of the AHSTIPTO, but if you're not committed to making sure that you show up frequently and consistently, don't even start it.
Sean and Lacey live every Wednesday, 8:00 Eastern time. People always say that, like, how do you do that? Calendar. Like, you put it in your calendar.
And here we are.
I remember hearing Liam Schubel say, that's like saying, like, wow, that's so amazing, Lacey. How did you make it to your brother's wedding?
Yeah.
So amazing. Oh, I can't go to Abundance and Overflow. I just can't figure it out. What? If it was your brother's wedding, you'd figure it out, right? You would be there.
Yep.
Why? Because calendar. So if you're committed to the pool of people that you serve, you show that commitment by showing up frequently and regularly. Number 3, it brings people together. So you'll always have something to really, this is tough for a lot of people, is not about the thing. People get so hung up. Well, what are we going to do? I'm going to try books and bubbly. I'm going to try sushi rolling. I'm going to try tiddlywinks. It doesn't matter the thing. It matters the people.
Right.
The people are what is important.
And listen, sometimes your ideal client may want you, again, all of you, your business owners, your entrepreneurs, you like when we actually talk about things that you can take action on and go home with, right? That is our AHSTIPTO, but that doesn't work all the time. It doesn't always work that your AHSTIPTO is you talking about the thing that you do, because your ideal client may not want to take time out of their schedule to join you for that. So you have to be considerate of what they're looking for.
There's another subtle drop here. It took us a little bit, couple iterations to get the traction, but Bourbon Nights, it's not an AHSTIPTO. It's once a year, so that's not frequent enough. But Bourbon Nights is really all about the people. We've curated an incredible group of gentlemen who go to Wynnewood, Oklahoma, and when we left this last event in April, I went to those that were registered for this one. I said, I'm going to give you first dibs on 2025. It was over a year away. All but one, and it was for timing reasons, not because they didn't like it. One had a conflict, but everybody re-upped.
Yeah.
Then I invited 3 more people, and they were like, I'm in.
Right.
Like, just boom. Now, this is why it's a subtle drop. But you have to be the right person. But if you're like, I want to be a part of that, it's not so much, I mean, the shooting, blowing things up, that's cool. but it's not really
It's
what
very
it's
boy
about.
stuff.
It's very much about the camaraderie. That's why we had to get the right group. So I got to tell you, if you're not the right person, we're not going to let you come, because that will wreck the mojo of the group. We're not looking for, the wild card that might shoot Mike Hayashi in the knee. We're looking for some, the people that fit in, right? That can and bring value. I also have to say, one of the coolest things about Bourbon Nights is every morning we mastermind, and we've been able to curate a group. Now we have in the group multiples, 3 or more people with net worths that exceed 8 and some in the 9-figure range. Well, how cool is that to be masterminding, hanging out with, and having fun with? So it's not this is a part where it's important. It's not about Sean and shooting. It's about the people. It brings people together.
It's about the connecting over something that they enjoy.
It's over each other. It's not
And over
even
each
connecting
other.
over that. It's connecting to each
Yeah.
other. Abundance and overflow. Yes, we promote it, but really what that's about are the people,
Yeah.
right? Sure, Tyler McBroom, how cool, but really what it's about are the people.
Even this, you guys
It's the
love.
chat.
You guys love winning money and the opportunity to potentially win money, but you also come to see your friends every single week because if you've been coming consistently, the individuals in the
Paul
chat.
and the Blue Wrench.
Paul and the Blue Wrench is not on tonight. I was surprised.
Oh,
but
no Blue Wrench.
No, but Aaron's on. So,
okay.
But yeah, you guys know Paul and the Blue Wrench, but a lot of you know each other and say hello and encourage each other. And you get excited when somebody in the chat that's always here wins.
Yes.
That's what it's about. It's about connection and community. So I think that that's really, really important. And I saw that Sherry was asking, well, what do you do if you don't want to do it in person and you want to do it online? Again, exactly like this. This is super easy. You can do a live like this. You can do a Zoom meeting is also a way to approach the AHSTIPTO where you just gather people. You can literally do a happy hour where you just show up for an hour a week or one time a month and everybody hangs out and just chit chats, and you could have a little topic to spin
wineries
off
still
of.
do this. COVID actually did us some favors. One of the things is it launched really the virtualization of the connection. People began to have virtual happy hours. Wineries began to have virtual wine tastings, where for wine club members they would send you the wines, and then you would convene over the internet, and they'd have the sommelier explaining to you what you were tasting, the tasting notes, but you felt the connection. Who cares about the wine? It was about the people that were coming together and then chatting and interacting. And so I think that is a critical part. I wouldn't do just like a webinar where there was no chat.
There has to be an engagement opportunity. Absolutely. That's probably the most important thing to consider. Because that's what I say. Well, that's what I say about every single person's ideal client has that one thing in common where they want to feel connected. It doesn't matter who the ideal client is.
The last element is that it is varied. What we mean by that is it's similar, but it doesn't just repeat itself over and over. Now, something as simple as
it can't be a one and done. I went once, now I'm done. I don't need to go back.
But it could be something as simple as we play Monopoly.
Right.
Because every time I play Monopoly, it doesn't repeat the same game, right? Sometimes you land on Park Place, sometimes I land on Park Place. The game changes. I have a podcast on this. Another very interesting, always have something to invite people to is golf in my world.
Yeah.
Where you show up and you are playing the same course, but you don't play the same game and you don't play with the same people.
But it's a men's game at the same time every single week.
Yeah, and you're going for the guys. Like, who cares? Like, I play golf anytime I want. Why would I go to the Saturday game? Well, because that's where these guys play, and I want to be a part of the community. So that's what you do. The world's most famous always have something to invite people to offer is Sunday church. So it is regular. It's always on Sunday. You're never confused. You're never like, I wonder, is this week Tuesday?
You're never locked out.
It's always Sunday. It's not like, well, no, not this Sunday. This Sunday is off.
The doors are shut this Sunday.
So you know when it is Sunday, every Sunday. It brings people together. I always say this too. I mean, and again, I do a show with Pastor Brian. But listen, the reality is you go for the people, because if you just were going actually for the word, you could go to any church. Yeah. So why do people even pick a church? Just go to the closest one to you. Some people are driving all the way to that church. Why? Oh, because I like it better. What does that mean? I like the building better.
And then when people move, much like a school district, they want to stay with their church.
Yes, they like so they like the people.
Yeah,
not the building, not the pastor. the other people that they see, and it's varied. So yes, it has a format. They sing and they take up the offering, and then they have a sermon. But imagine that they only gave the Christmas sermon every Sunday. And you'd be like, well, I already heard this. Right? Jesus was born in a manger. I got it. Like if they only repeated that, then you wouldn't ever go back. Some of you like to have very educational, always have something to's, but you repeat the same thing at them. And then they're like, well, I already heard that. Why would I attend again?
So this is your friendly nudge to get that Ash Tiptoe on the books if you haven't done it already, and give it a shot.
Very good job today.
Yeah.
Aplauso for Lacey Book, everybody. Aplauso fuerte. There we go.
I think we have 4 names to draw.
4 names and $400, friends. Still, the pot
4
is
names,
low. Somebody
$400.
could win, but when the pot gets high,
We
I'm
got
telling
70
you,
up in here. I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna switch it up and draw early, but not tonight.
There's a winner in the chat.
All right, here we go.
Let's see. Winner,
Watch for your name.
Oh, I saw Chris Helms.
I saw Brian Hall. There you go. Boom. Jacob Garf. Jacob Garf. Winner. I saw Jacob was a part of the BYS Masterclass this week. It's got to be very, very likely that he is on.
I think he's in
tonight. Huh?
What'd you say?
I think he's in.
Jacob, $400.
I'm still waiting. We are at
10 seconds, Jacob. Let's go. Let's go.
He's here. There he is.
Boom. I knew he had to be here.
Look at that.
Winner. Jacob Garb, congratulations.
Dan Lyons says fake name smashed between a Jacob Garf sandwich. I'm here. Fake name. I'm here. I love it. That's awesome. That's so good. That was easy tonight. We wanted to give away
Congratulations,
money.
Jacob. $400. Jacob, what are you going to do with $400? Tell us in the chat.
I know. Love to know what you're going to do with $400.
And did you manifest that? Or you come into abundance and overflow? Or are you like, I'm just going to overflow, boom, $400, right? Just out of the internet, right out of my phone or computer or iPad. And that's what we talk about. The money is not a thing. Mm-hmm. It just flies around electronically. It goes from us through your YouTube platform into you. But you don't ever really have it. It's not tangible. It goes into your bank. We send it to you electronically through PayPal or something, and then boop, and now you got it. Yeah, there you go. That's how it works.
Yeah, I love it. Utilize it wisely. And if you're wondering how to utilize it, go to Abundance and Overflow.
BlackDiamondClub.com/masterclass for growth versus scale. Hit up Natalie if you want information on the SoFi podcast, or you want to join Lacey and I in New York City. Catch New York City. It's going to be a spectacular dinner with even more spectacular people. Probably going to be about 50 or 60 people.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Tons of opportunity for you to meet some legit high rolling, powerful connections straight out of New York City. If you're trying to do some big business, anything in the financial world, accounting world, anything big, because we're on this abundance and overflow tip right now. Make sure you get locked in. We're going to have tons of other challenges, master classes, all kinds of cool stuff coming your way. Thank you so much for joining us here live. It means so much to us. Lacey and I super love and appreciate all 17 of you who showed up. You are the 17 best people on the planet. I swear to you, we love you. Have a great rest of your week.